Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore N More podcast. I'm your not-so-mean Fluffmaster Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, I don't bring the shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror brethren. Started off with that killing machine, that meat mountain, Mr. Bobby Amone. You all right over there, Bob?
It's Monday, motherfuckers, and I'm tired. Hi.
I thought Bob was looking for God over there, just like up in the heavens. Fucking A, bro. It's like that fucking when you wake up at 2 a.m. and you hear that CD thing back in like 98. You're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, man. And we haven't had him here live in a hot fucking second, but we have that DKB, that Doppelganger Kanga Banga, Mr. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I forgot that saucy Aussie, Mr. Brodie Kaine.
How do you fucking duty there, gentlemen? It's good to be back. Good to be back.
Good to have you, sir. Don't mind me if I keep looking away. I'm just sharing the shit at the same time.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's all going.
Fuck yeah, dude. So, yeah, we are talking 1987's The Hidden today.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not going to lie. It might feel a little familiar to last week's episode. But we'll get to that a little bit farther down the road. What we always do, though, is we talk about what we did in the last weekend. Well, we don't have our beloved Mr. Vasquez here today because, well, he was a busy boy this weekend. He was taking care of sick familia. So let me pull up Mr. Variant Scoobs. I can't remember what the fuck dimension he pulled this asshole from. He said it last week. Go back and listen to that shit. It was like 628 or something, or 687. I don't fuck. Whatever. Here we go. Scooba, what you got, buddy?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
Thank you, Variant Scoob.
Right in the balls, as always.
Fucking A, dude. Bob, how the hell you been, bud?
I've been good. I had a good weekend. Spent it with my girlfriend and some good friends. Saturday was we went to lunch with her family at a little buffet down by them. We went to a farm with her sister and her nephew and all of them, which is basically just hung around. Shot some apples out of cannons and all kinds of shit like that. It was a fun time.
Fuck yeah,
dude, they would explode on the fucking shield, and it was like, and it's like, I want one of those at home.
What were the targets that you guys had to shoot at?
Basically, they just set up like they set up poles, and they had like, you know, that metal roofing that you might see on some buildings sometimes, like maybe on like farms or something. That's what it was. They would set it up, and that's what your target was, and it would make this loud ping once it hit, and it would splatter all over the place. So we did that. And then that night we went and had dinner, and we went to a nice little local haunt for a nice little date night, me and my missus. It was a nice time. We went to Nightmare on Gravity Hill and saw another friend of mine, Mr. Marino Lupo.
Hey, shout out.
Who I don't see all the time, so it was wonderful to see him in his Michael getup. He looked fantastic. It's a great little haunt. It's Nightmare on Gravity Hill. It's wonderful. If you're in Jersey, go check it out. And then Sunday was football day. My girlfriend actually flew down to Texas.
So no shit.
She'll go see Scoobs. She's down there for work till Friday, so I went to my buddy's house and watched football with family and friends and all of that fun stuff. And then I head off today. I watched this movie. I did a couple things, and that was about it. I'm keeping it short and sweet. Brody, how the fuck are you doing from the land down under, my brother?
I am doing fine, Mr. Bobby Boucher. I've actually, maybe not. So might be telling a bit of porcupines there. I fucking come down with a bit of a chest infection this week, unfortunately. So if I sound a bit nasally on the episode today, I do apologise. But yeah, it's just been something that I've been trying to get rid of for like a week or two, and it's just, one step forward, 8 steps back. So it's a bit of a shit show at the moment. But yeah, I'm just trying to think, what have I done? Not much, really. I had a bit of a break there because I had some like a bit of a throat operation there for a bit. So I was pretty much out for like 3 to 4 weeks there. And then, got this fucking flu and.
Damn, man, you just been fucking.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so shit because I think it's more so due to the weather change down here because I had the operation right in between like the change of the seasons here.
Okay.
So I think that's what's brought it on. And from what I've been hearing, like around town here, like the flu's just been going around, like pretty bad. So, and I normally get it.
Not to sound ignorant as fuck, homie, but what season are you in right now?
Spring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's spring, isn't it? Yeah, fuck.
So that would make sense. So you guys are, I'm dumb. All right.
No.
Because we're going into fall, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because like it's weird because I'll be talking to TJ sometimes, the boss man, and I'll be like, fucking, he's like, oh, it's so fucking hot here. I'm like, fucking, I'll trade you some of our weather, motherfucker. It's so fucking hot.
Like, it's winter here, motherfucker. What the shit?
Yeah, I'm like, god damn, dude, fuck. Enjoy it while it lasts. But not much else. I've just been buying bulk Blu-rays. Always trying to search for that underrated 80s gem that, it's just so hidden, pretty much like this film to an extent. It was timed out so fucking perfect because this had come, I'm pretty sure, was it last week I was talking to you guys about?
Yes.
When you announced it. And then it actually rocked up on my doorstep after you, so.
Fucking A, bro.
That come.
That's Blu-ray, right?
Yeah, the Blu-ray version. So it's a premium collection from Warner Brothers. It's not, there's probably another Blu-ray out there that's better, but it's just sort of something I'd seen in Melbourne online and I had to get it. Like, there's not much really on the special features. Like, there's a commentary with the director and Tim Hunter, special effects, production footage, which goes for about 7 minutes. And it actually has a narration from Jack Shoulder talking about the practical effects. Nothing really special. Yeah. It comes with a couple of cards, I haven't opened them up. There's about 5 postcard things.
Oh, okay.
And then it comes with the poster as well. So other than that, really? Though, it was pretty cool to get that. And it didn't cost too much either, which was really good. But watch that for like the fucking 20th time. It was good watch. So I'm quite familiar with this film. But other than that, not much else in my neck of the woods. So I've raved on a fucking fair bit here. So, Mr. Johnny D, how in the hell have you been?
I have been quite well, sir. Thank you for asking. And I feel like you didn't rant enough because honestly, you haven't been on live forever. So, that being said, though, I'm glad I'm sad actually that you're fucking sick again. I'm glad you're feeling better, but what the fuck, bro? Fucking A, man, you rolled some wrong dice for sure. But let's see, what the fuck did I do this weekend? Honestly, not much. I want to keep it short and sweet. So, fuck, man, I hung out with some family here and there, dude. We went to Jen's grandma's on Sunday, had a nice Italian dinner. That was good. Let's see. All right, so obviously, like, you guys know, but for any listeners, MK1 for the early release, motherfuckers, who's got the premium dropped on Thursday. So your boy's been playing that pretty fucking hardcore. Now I've been easing it. So I haven't, like, I went, this is what I always do, dude. This is like my MK tradition. I go in and I just scope out the menus, dude. I just go through everything. I'm just like, okay, and then I do one tower, basic tower, whatever's the shortest one. I'll pick my main dude, obviously Cage, my backup Cam. Dude, Cage Kano has been like my fucking combo, and I'm not even trying to be biased with our friendship on it. I'm just saying legit though, like, because they took out my boy's fucking projectiles. Well, Kano's got his laser and his cannonball. So I got 2 projectiles with Kano right fucking there on top of, 3, because he's got his fucking knife throw. So true. Yeah. So it's just fucking ridiculous, dude. The game is awesome. I've been dipping my toe in story a little bit here and there every night. I didn't get to do it so much Saturday night, which was the last time I got to play, because some friends were in a party, and I'm not trying to be rude either way, but like, let's be honest, I paid fucking a lot of money for a cinematic fucking 3D movie, and I want to watch it and pay attention to it. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to have a conversation at that moment in time. Yeah, that's no offense to anybody. So I played Invasion mode, which is that's their grind mode in this game, and it's pretty fucking dope, man. It's seasonal. It's a story per season, which is kind of cool. So this one is all based around a scorpion who's dimension hopping, just fucking wreaking havoc on every dimension because he is just infernal rage. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. And yeah, so that's the one where you just like you play a little like map and you go to all these different battles, and every once in a while you'll find some fucking towers. And then they'll throw in some test your mights, which is fucking awesome because that shit's back. So I got my nips got nice and hard when that first happened. And they also even throw in secret fights, bro. And I was like, fuck cool. Yeah, man, they brought that shit back. And online fights, well, it feels a little bare bones.
Yep.
If I'm going to compare it to 11. And I've seen a lot of people bitch online about it, but you got to remember, this shit technically comes out tomorrow. So it's not even really out yet. And it's day one. They're not going to have your whole fucking roster. They already gave you the 6 first characters already announced. There's some more that's leaked. I'm going to save that for nerd news today because I was like, it's crazy because it's not only nerd news for MK, but it's very fitting for the horror community. Bob already knows. I told him. Yes, I don't know if you know, Brodie, but if you don't, even the better. So yeah, just been playing the fuck out of that, dude. And then, like I said, had a nice Italian dinner with the grandma yesterday, grandma-in-law, and then came home, took a fucking snooze because, dude, that pasta and amount of meatballs and fucking shit I ate put me into a little mini coma. So daddy took a fucking 2.5 hour nap.
As it's supposed to.
Right? Wife gave me shit. She's like, you're not going to game? You're going to lose all your time. I'm like, I can't, dude. I'm like, if I game, I can't watch the movie, and I need to watch the movie. So, yeah.
I can't nap and watch the movie.
But no, I'm glad I took that little siesta because I needed it. Because when I woke up, I was well awake and ready to watch this movie, to which I'm ready to talk about right now. So,
do it.
Fucking A. And that is 1987's The Hidden. This is actually Brodie's pick. So thank you for that, Brodie. You got show notes, homie?
I do.
Cool. Yes, give me that plot fucking rundown, homie.
Rightio. Where are we? So, an alien parasite with the ability to possess human bodies go on a violent crime spree in LA, committing dozens of murders and robberies. In pursuit of the extraterrestrial criminal is an FBI agent and the local officer investigating the rash of violence. As they close on the vicious intruder, the city faces a brutal threat like no other it has ever encountered.
Ooh. What else you got, buddy? I think you got a couple more.
Oh, true. Sorry. Directed by Jack Shoulder, who did A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, and Wishmaster 2, Evil Never Dies.
Interesting.
Written by Jim Koo, who also did The Boogans and Rush Hour.
Never heard of The Boogans, but okay.
I've heard of it, but I've never seen anything for it.
The Boogans I have not seen, but it's one Chad always talks about, and I think that he really wants to do it for an episode.
What's up, Laura? Thank you for joining.
Howdy.
If you're wondering where Scoobs is, he is absent, taking care of his family, and he is a tired boy. So.
Pappy Scoobs. Produced by Michael Meltzer, who did Dead Heat, and Sometimes They Come Back Again. Also produced by Gerald T. Olsen, House Party, Dumb and Dumber, and Robert Shea, my demon lover, The Last Mimsy.
What a list of fucking movies right there, man.
Seriously.
Oh, fuck yeah. A bit of a mix and match.
Right? Like, holy shit.
It's not bad at all. Over to you, Mr. Bobby.
Thank you, DKB. Starring Kyle MacLellan. There's triple L in there, Jesus. The Flintstones, Showgirls as Lloyd Gallagher. Michael Noiri, All My Children, Go Bots, The Battle of Rock Lords as Tom Beck. Claudia Christian, Maniac Cop 2, Babylon 5 as Brenda Lee Van Buren. Clarence Felder, Ruthless People, A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child as Lieutenant John Masterson. Clue Gluger, Return of the Living Dead, Feast as Lieutenant Ed Flynn. Ed O. Ross, Lethal Weapon, Dick Tracy as Cliff Willis. William Boyette, When a Stranger Calls, Strays as Jonathan Miller. Richard Brooks, Shocker, The Crow, City of Angels, as Sanchez. Sorry,
right there,
had a little
reaction there.
Yeah, had a little something in there. Catherine Cannon, Father Murphy, Beverly Hills 90210 as Barbara Beck. Larry Cedar, The Ginger Dead Man. Now that was a wonderful movie. The Crazies as Brem. John McCann, Scarface, Skin Deep as Senator Holt. And Chris Mulkey, Dreamscape, Cloverfield as Jack DeVries. Close enough. Total body count. We don't have a number, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
All right.
John, care to take over?
Sure, I'll take over the Chad Daddy spot. And Laura, we will look at that after the show, and thank you for that. Okay, so music by Michael Convertino, sorry.
Yep.
Apologize if I fucked that up. From Bull Durham and the Santa Claus. That's right, Tim Allen's The Santa Claus. Cinematography from Jacques Haken. Wow, I have no idea. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, and Shocker. I like Shocker, dude. It's a fun one.
Shocker was a fun one.
Absolutely.
Edited by Michael N. Kuhn. Night of the Creeps and Spawn. Effects and makeup, Greg Landerer. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, and Orgasmo. Yeah! Fucking Orgasmo shout out, dude. Thank you, Chad Daddy.
You make me so hot now.
Oh my god. Yeah, man. Bring out T-Rex. What? Who's T-Rex?
It's like this. It's like this. You're gonna make me come. I'm gonna kick your butt. All right, man.
Fucking oh my god, what's his name's role in it as the photographer there?
Fucking
Geddy Lee. But he's like, I don't want to sound queer or nothing. I kind of want to make love to you right now. Like, it's the best lead up to that shit at the end, dude. Oh fuck, where the hell was I? All right. Distributed by New Line Cinema. Runtime of 97 minutos. MPAA rating of R. Budget $5 million. Grossed $9.7 million. Right.
Not a huge success.
No. So, boys, let's discuss this. This is my first take of this movie.
Same for me. This was a first for me. And I'm going to say what me and John said right when we were just talking before. It was not boring. We were not bored. I was not bored 1 second of this movie.
No.
It's
this is a movie where
it's like a Ferrari moving at 100 miles an hour. What did I do there? But that's exactly what it is.
No, I like this movie a lot because it starts. First of all, it starts off kind of weird, but I like it because, and I say kind of weird because it doesn't almost feel like movie. It almost feels like this could be TV.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Until we actually get really into movie, which is, I love the opening scene. I love the one static camera shot. That was fucking great how to bring it in because you're just looking at everybody. I have the concept of this movie in the back of my head, and that is it. I've never looked at any spoilers or anything. You know what I mean? So and I'm remembering, and I feel like this was an X-Files episode, but wasn't there a bank heist where this dude saw a person with glowing eyes?
Oh, is it Tombs?
Like a changeling or something?
No, isn't it like a shapeshifter bloke called Tombs, played by the guy out of The Green Mile, Percy, that actor? I can't think of his fucking name, but he's able to go through the vents, and he has the glowing eyes.
Yeah, like a camera. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I was getting like kind of vibes off that because I didn't know if you know what I mean. Like I knew we were dealing with a weird entity, so I'm like looking for like glowing eyes or something like that. But nah, man, we get a straight up fucking massacre and robbery, dude, in the first 2 minutes of this movie. And holy shit, man! This, like Bob said, this was an entertaining ride. Like, this is not a perfect movie by any means. And I'm going to start off right by saying that. That's not shitting on it. It was fucking, dude, it's balls to the wall, man. This is pure 80s cocaine bliss, dude. Like, and that's literally in the fucking movie, dude. That's the best part is the fucking, was it a Ferrari dealer?
Yes, it was a Ferrari dealership.
The complimentary Coke, dude, when you're buying a Ferrari.
They can afford it at that car dealership, you know? Like, you want to
I fucking love it, though, bro. It's so 80s. It's perfect.
But the realism behind that, I don't doubt that one fucking bit. Like, I reckon shit. Like,
no, not at all, bro. That was such a, that, like, yeah, it's 80s stereotype and cheesemo, but it's like, but where does that shit come from? Because that shit legit happened, dude. You know what I mean?
There's no way that someone was right. Part of the writers where somebody was just like, yeah, this happened to someone I know, so I'll put that shit in.
Yeah, they probably like, yo, dude, they had a little Lambo where it would open up and there was just Coke right in there. Like, yo, dude, we're putting that in the fucking movie. But you're right. When somebody's blowing that kind of money at that time period.
I wonder if that was Mick's little idea, being the production designer on this.
Maybe.
I
mean, just kind of going with like the theme, obviously, because like they laid it out there that he was into, you know, Ferraris and shit.
Yeah.
So, but I gotta say, man, with this whole movie, not only when I'm saying balls to the wall, dude, and it's not just like action in the beginning, man, it's soundtrack, dude. Music in this movie is fucking fantastic, dude.
The song in the Ferrari alone, I'm like,
right in the beginning, dude, where he's just driving straight faced the whole time, like.
But the whole time, though, I'm just like, that's a boxer. That car will just shred to pieces if it actually did half that shit in real life.
It was fucking weird because that band that's playing at the start of the film, it's called Shock Paris, and I only got introduced to them like literally 3 nights ago before watching this.
What?
So when that song came on,
movie before.
Yeah, but I never ever looked up the song for it.
Oh, okay.
And then and then until last night, I was like, fuck, I literally just sussed out that band like 3 days ago. How the fuck did I not know this? Perfect mix and match of introducing heavy metal into this 80s exploitative film. I think. It's
dude.
Definitely that product of what it's meant to be.
Like that pure shred, like just all about it.
Also the wall, hammer, pedal to the fucking metal, not letting go. But I love how like they introduce this heavy metal element to it, not only like when he's driving, but like when he's walking down the street with a boombox. Like he's got to be somewhere with heavy metal. It's like adrenaline for the alien. I don't know. It's this weird thing that he gets a rush from.
Yeah, I think it's just because like it is though. Like there's definitely like, and you and I discussed this. This alien is like a little kid, and but he has the power and the capability and like to not give a shit of if he does want it, he will take it. You know what I mean? And I like that concept of it because it's just whatever he looks at, it's instantly he's like, I want that. And he's like, I'm gonna get that motherfucker's gonna go get that, dude. The best though is when he saw that one girl when he first stole the car, and then he came up to the other girls and was just like flagging over. They were just like, "Fuck off!" And
like he thought that was gonna work, and he was ready to pull out the gun and kill him.
I didn't know he did pull the gun out, dude. They just were far enough away, like I don't even know if he had it reloaded anyways or not. But oh my god, no, this movie's okay. So let's hit the big like elephant in the room that we know. This movie and Jason Goes to Hell is a very similar concept.
Yes.
And if you didn't happen to watch this movie, let me just say it's a host. It's a parasite that needs a host that transfers throughout the different hosts throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So it's jumping vessel to vessel, and it's a it's kind of hide and seek kind of a, I would say. Obviously, this one is played way less for horror than Friday 9.
Yes.
But still we still get some body horror.
Yep.
We're still getting, I mean, just because it's not played as horror, there's a lot of people that get murked in this fucking movie, man.
Oh God,
it's a fucking brutal movie, and they're dealing with some pretty strong themes. Like cop killing is definitely probably the biggest thing in this film.
And it's, like I said, it's definitely the way it's played. It's a little, it's serious, but you know what I mean? It's not as like,
it's a bit of tongue in cheek. Like it doesn't take itself too serious.
Yeah.
Like,
right. It knows what it is. And I feel like obviously like the score and the soundtrack definitely help alleviate it from that tone a little bit to where it's like, oh man, dude, if you change the music in this and play it for straight horror, you could do that. You could easily do that. Shit, man. If you just talk about what our first, what do we want to say? Our host that we get in the beginning with the bank robbery.
Yeah.
When we get his laundry list of what the fuck he did.
In
Bro,
2
that's
weeks.
that's a horror movie right there. He butchered
exactly.
2 kids and shit, right? Like with a knife and stuff. So like he's already doing serial killer-esque shit.
See, but now that's where I said this to John before. I did like this movie, but I guess as someone who's been into the body horror a little bit more, yeah, there was some graphic imaging and such, but this movie shouted to me before I even watched it, like, this should be very graphic. And I'm like, it is, but it isn't. I expected there to be a little bit more to go, especially to go wrong with the bodies in some sort of way. But that was just me.
I think, and this is, I can understand where you come from. I almost just wonder though if that's just presence from Friday 9.
No,
going on to that.
Well, the reason why I say more here than actually there is because this is an alien. Like this could, because it's really draining everything out of the body. Not that that's not happening in Jason Goes to Hell, but I expected this alien to be like, if it wants to take over the world, it's going to do more damage to what it's hopping in and out of, I think. That's in my opinion.
Well, that's the other thing, though, is like the longevity of its host.
Yeah,
because
it's
clearly
trying to,
the host breaks it down, like will break down and shit. So when it went into that, was it a governor?
Yeah.
Senator.
Yeah,
Senator.
Whatever,
Thank you. And then he was like, yes, I want to be president. I want that. Like, what was his long-term plan on that one, dude? Because he kills off his bodies pretty fast, like relatively quickly. I mean, we're on a 2-week basis for what we know so far, right?
Yeah.
So
I actually don't think that he wears the bodies out. It's just the bodies he chooses. Like he jumps into a bloke that. So, I mean, we have the bloke at the start where he gets shot up and then he gets transferred to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He body hops into a guy that had a triple bypass, so his heart's pretty much fucked anyway.
And he's got digestive issues as well.
Yeah,
True.
That's exactly right. So with a body that's had all this damage done to it and trying to keep up to what he's doing, body's starting to slowly break down. So that's why he can jump.
No, you're right. You're right. And then
that's okay.
Because when he went to the stripper, she just got shut the fuck up, but she was still going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hardcore.
How
Until
many times did she get fucking shot?
Bro,
15 plus times.
He said it. The dude said at least how many he shot, and then who knows how many our alien detective did there. What was his name again? I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Which one? Wait, the
Was
FBI guy?
The one that's the alien.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
So,
I think
go
maybe,
ahead.
like I said, I think that's maybe just me, but at the same time, I'll say it now. I'm not afraid to jump ahead a little bit, but I would like to remake this and make it a little more graphic and give it a little bit more, because it's already edgy, but I would love to give it that thing of, that is, like make
that's
you
the thing is, though,
uncomfortable.
I don't know if, and I'm not saying sci-fi can't do that. I just don't know if this was trying to play horror or this was more just trying to stay in the realm of sci-fi.
Yeah, see that's I think in the realm of horror. That's why, because There was a lot of
this is
horror in
definitely
this, even though it wasn't a whole horror film.
right. No, this is definitely in the and more. I mean, we got some gore, but this is a little bit more in the and more category for sure.
I understand where you're coming from, Bob. And after rewatching it last night, or when I was watching it last night, I was thinking the same thing. Like, you know, it's definitely for the body count that we have. They could have easily, you know, went a bit over the top with it. But that's what I like about it. They kept it grounded with that realism. Like this thing only wants to kill and then quickly get away. Like it's trying to, like, yes, it wants to take what it wants. But at the same time, it's not going to try and stand there with you if you have an army to try and fight you. It just wants to quickly kill you, get away, and get what it wants, and then fuck off. If you
and
know
sometimes it doesn't even. Honestly, I don't even think it necessarily. I think maybe sometimes it does want to kill, but I think in most scenarios it actually doesn't. I think, and this is just me, because like he didn't kill the two dudes in the Ferrari dealership when they gave him the keys. He said thank you and walked out. You know what I mean?
Oh no, he did shoot them too.
He shot them.
Oh, he did.
He went bang.
All right, never
bang.
mind. No, you're right.
But he.
But you see what I mean? But he only wanted to quickly kill him. He didn't want to like torture him or anything. It's like thank you, bang bang. I'll just take.
No, you're right. He did shoot him at the very last second.
If anything, I would say when he's the stripper, he didn't kill both of those guys that were talking to him or her.
I thought there was only the one dude that was talking to her. The other
no,
guy
they were both talking to her, but the one guy approached her.
Oh, yeah, but I think he was the only dude that went and like to go fuck her, or he fucked her, or she fucked him. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. He did, and then in the car in the parking lot,
she fucked him in that scene.
Yeah.
Like,
she broke his dick off. Fuck.
Literally.
Let's now see real quick. That's where for me the horror comes in. Like that could have been
that could have been a really terrifying scene if you got into the car and wherever it could have went from there.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm not saying again that this movie was great, but I'm like,
I mean, personally, I haven't seen a good scrotal rip since fucking VHS. So you know what I mean? Maybe it's
I'm always looking for a terrifying part. I'm like, everybody, especially in the 80s, like, look, everybody's been in a car. You're having sex with a beautiful girl, whatever it is. That scene could have terrified a lot of people in a wrong way.
Oh yeah, dude. So I do want to talk about one scene that, I mean, we talked about a lot of like body horror and stuff, but man, that first scene in the hospital, like the first transfer scene, is fucking awesome looking and disgusting. I actually like. It made me feel a certain way when I saw that. I was like, dude, like that just I don't want to.
I was like,
I wouldn't want to touch that, dude. Like that just looks gross.
When I saw it come out, the first thing I thought was that is one big fucking loogie.
Well, when I seen this on the back of the Australian VHS cover, they had that shot of the guy's face and they had the legs prying out, but you couldn't see the face of the alien. So I'm like, oh my God, there's a fucking tarantula in his mouth. What the fuck is this? Because they don't show the alien, obviously, on the
Yeah.
On the
Well, you don't
cover
want to
art.
give it away.
Yeah. But I just assumed when the first time I'd seen it, I turned to the back and it had this fucking burnt face.
I mean, they do look like tarantula legs, man. They
do
like fuzzy and
and I was like, oh, what the fuck? But going by that scene, they talk about it on the special features about that the whole alien design itself. They wanted it to be like this black fluid-esque type looking alien. So
they wanted Venom.
Essentially, like, you could say that. Yeah, they like a symbiosis type alien.
It sounds like to me.
But the alien in this, like, I'm not going to lie.
This thing is gross.
It's gross, but I just thought didn't look too good. It looked
you didn't like it? I didn't mind it.
Because when it's like, all right, so I'm sort of jumping ahead here, but when they're talking to each other in the prison, the jail scene where they're sort of talking to each other, and they're like,
"He's Danny Trejo."
Yeah, Danny Trejo.
Yeah, something like
that scene. They sort of go back and forth with each other about like, oh, you know, back on our planet we could rule and we could do this. I'm like, a planet of fucking what? Like water? You look like a fluid substance. Like how could you dominate a species? Like, you look like a fucking condom full of water. Like, it just like, I don't know, just going back to trying to think like how this fucking shitty looking design of an alien could take over a fucking planet.
Well,
like,
I mean,
like back on their planet.
Well, was it their planet or was it the other planet that they came from? Because it sounds like this dude's they've been planet hopping and they've been chasing each other, or like one dude's been chasing the other.
Yeah, but it's
because they said the last planet they were like a bunch of shitbags, pretty much. Like they all like that whole like species and everything sucked, but they said like the human race was like he liked it and it felt powerful and whatever.
Because he said they're clueless that we're here.
But that leads to, I mean, like if you were thought about their home planet, like maybe they are some weird, like, you know, they were some aquatic life but they're still parasitic. So they jumped to bigger creatures there, did what they had to do, and then were able to like planet hop after the fact. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I just don't. I think it's the whole design. It's just not intimidating to me. I just don't understand how this octopus tentacle looking creature could take over a planet like back on that. You know, like I don't know. I need a little bit more about like how it can operate outside the human body. I
don't think it would be able to. I think it whatever is on said planet, it's going to infect the host, right? So it wants to infect whatever the leader of said world, or, you know. So if it was like Darkseid, this thing would want to infect Darkseid to take over Apocalypse.
I said the same thing. I wanted a little more like, so what is exactly, I know it's like take over the world, but I'm like, so where did this first of all just start? Like how did it get here? That would have been a nice little just thing to see. A quick one.
There is a sequel. I have not seen it.
Really?
But I did. I think I might suss it out today.
I mean,
I don't know if it'll have the answers for me. But yeah, like, and it's also watching them special features too. They actually had like a bit of a painting of what they were going to originally go with, which was a bit more menacing alien type thing. It sort of looked the same, but it actually had legs and it was about 6 feet tall type thing. Which probably would have made a little bit more sense to me, but how do you get that body hopping element about it, you know?
Well, real quick, now that we're talking about that, I honestly feel that the one you just mentioned, there's a 6-foot version of this creature. I feel that this is a smaller version that is able to go around and do the damage of a bigger creature, but it's a little more lethal, maybe. It's able to slip in and out and do its thing.
What if it? It's almost like its own mech suit.
Yeah, so like it could form into, like, say if it's outside the body, it could actually form into a bigger creature. Is that what
I think? Yeah, but since it's here to take over the planet, it's staying that size. Maybe that's a thing. And then maybe once it gets to the president, whatever, then it's like it can fully form, and it can go from there.
Goes full Eddie Brock on the president.
Absolutely.
I don't know, man. I feel like I kind of like it. I like the sneak attack, dude, like approach that it's just going to take it out from the inside, dude. Like it doesn't have to be. Listen, I do love my giant monsters that we have to fight and everything like that for sure. But this one's more just like, this is actually a sentient creature that's not like the Thing or anything. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
it's
this
just
thing actually has
the movie.
Yeah,
hidden.
It has its actual weird desires. You know what I mean? It has a personality.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's
and exactly like you were saying earlier, I like how it's absorbing all this like adrenaline rush that we get from these certain things as well, like the heavy metal music, like the sex, whatever it is. It's absorbing all this through its human host, and it's just having like this first experience of everything.
That's
like a fucking rush.
And that's what I would like. Maybe that's what okay. So like, let's say you reboot this bitch, right? Or redo it, whatever. Fucking, maybe you have a part where like somebody gets their head shot open, right? But obviously it wouldn't be like fully in the head. But maybe you would see like eat an adrenal gland, so we would know a little bit more. Like it's addicted to this fucking adrenaline, dude, and that's what the fucking rush is.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of get it, but I don't know. I'm just saying, like, you could add maybe a little bit more body horror element with that.
Okay, so all right,
Maybe.
so then actually, I got a quick on the like if we were to reboot this. So this thing gets off on the adrenaline on these things we do, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if they're now reboot this? Say how many did it like possess? What 4 or 5 people in this movie?
And a dog.
Yeah,
And the dog, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So all right, here's my thing. Think
That's
of
like the worst case of worms you could ever get from a dog.
Oh, that's horrible. But here, take this real quick. So get 4 things to give you joy: driving fast in a car, sex, fucking, I don't know, let's say stealing or killing. Let's say those are the 4 things that just some sick people, especially the last one, gets them adrenaline. Every time it possesses someone who has one of those things that gives them adrenaline, that's the adrenaline that they go for. Like this one loves sex so much, so now this thing possesses them. It just goes around, and that's how people die on that one. This guy wants to drive fast cars. He's literally killing people in car crashes all over the place. Like that would have been a little more interesting. Like each adrenaline rush that someone has that gets them going, and that's what the alien uses.
Yeah. So essentially, you're saying like. If it was like a murder mystery case in this remake that they're trying to look for this guy would only do things that would like give him adrenaline, like
right, that would get him off.
Racing.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And it's like, why is this all connecting? It's like, well, it's not. It's feeding off what it wants.
Bro, could you imagine if you did this like and still kept it in 80s or whatever, but like did it? Where was this? This wasn't
Los Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it still would work. But like I wanted to like it's nice that he saw the girl and he tried that, but like I'd almost want him to get like turned on by like he went into the titty bar, but it'd be funny if he went to like a porn place or something first. You know what I mean?
like just film.
Yeah, dude, and just saw that, and then like that's when he was just like, yo, he's like, I need to fuck. You know what I mean? Like
do you know what would have even been better? After he shot those 2 guys, walked over to that car, crammed a bunch of cocaine in his nose, and then see how he'd go.
Oh,
yeah, but like, what if that was okay? So then that's how you make it more of a comedy: is you make him do the cocaine, but then you realize the cocaine hurts him.
Yeah.
So now you have to kill him with cocaine, dude, and that's how you make it an 80s horror comedy.
Like The Faculty when they do the pens with the drugs.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that would be
god.
Oh, okay. I guess like that would be kind of ripping because I was gonna be like, well, if you were just high on cocaine, then it couldn't infect you. But then that's literally that. Never mind. Fuck. You know what, man? Faculty's a good one.
That's
despite the shitty older CGI,
it's still
the cast is fucking phenomenal.
Yep,
and it's a solid premise, dude. Like
awesome soundtrack. It's essentially like this film: a parasite takes over the human host.
Yeah.
And it's got 100% and all that shit. Yeah,
we don't have fucking Jon Stewart getting stabbed in the eye, but you know what I mean. We get a lot of other cool fucking shit. And I gotta say, man, I feel like I'm glad that we didn't just stay with the sweaty guy with the heart issues, but I did like that version of the host the most.
Yeah,
and I think maybe because we sat with him a little bit more and we saw the decomposition of the body, and I still say he's got to fuck with the body, dude, and there's still got to be an extent because his fucking arm popped through his arm. So
that's right. Fuck,
you know what I mean? So at a certain point, is he growing the body? Like why was his arm way the fuck down there? What the fuck? Like
I think the body was just getting extremely weak to the point where it couldn't withhold the tentacle in it. Like,
so maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's how he like. Maybe his weird little spider tentacles actually like grow down the limbs and fucking control.
Control everything.
Fucks, bro.
See, now I would have loved to have seen if it just stayed way too long in a host because it just couldn't get to anyone.
But that makes it wonder, like, does it break itself down when it needs to jump host, or is it able to shrink itself? Because, like, obviously it's got its weird tendrils and shit, so it seems like it can expand itself almost. So that's why I'm saying, like, maybe You can like blowfish it up a little bit or something. I don't know, or stretch itself to the nervous system.
Maybe it absorbs the water in the human body and expands inside it to the point where it's a more fitting natural source. You know, like
maybe
because it looks like a water substance when it comes out. You know, it's very slimy. Yeah. It can manipulate and I mean, just think about this. When it goes inside the mouth into the stomach, it's going to have to try and turn itself back around to come upright and be
right. But but even if it goes into the mouth, like let's say it doesn't go into the stomach, like is it able to shrink itself down to where it goes into your lungs? So it's controlling your, you know what I mean? Like your nervous system essentially and shit. I don't, obviously I think we're looking a little bit too far into this for this kind of a movie. It's not going to go there, but.
No. But it's cool though to have these discussions about it because essentially they've left it up to us to decide.
Oh yes, they have.
Because there's no fucking.
No, they could have given us more with like ripping the skin. Like, dude, like if they went back to that thing where like maybe another point was like the tendril would rip open a whole arm. You know what I mean? Exposing like a bigger tendril, and then it's like it knows it's gotta definitely transfer at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'd see, and this is where I want to watch the sequel too, because Gallagher takes over the body of the cop. Spoiler alert at the end of the film. But his character is back in the sequel, but I watched the trailer and he's the bad guy in it. So I don't know if he's actually turned or there's something that's happened. Maybe being in the human host for too long maybe fucks with the brain chemistry or something between. I don't know. But they were just saying that he's back in it and he's the bad guy, essentially. So I don't know. And there's like a heap. I don't know if he's like breeding. He's breeding a fuck ton of these aliens on Earth now. This is so anyway, I'll suss that out probably today and let you guys know. But
so for the hidden two, the quick synopsis says an alien, which is Raphael Savarge, helps a detective's daughter, Kate Hodge, hunt another alien that implants itself in human host. So is it the daughter from this one and she's grown up?
It could be. And her dad that got possessed by Gallagher at the end of this film is the bad guy. So he could end up being her dad could end up being the bad guy in the sequel.
Word. Now, I'm glad all right, so we're kind of at the ending, you know what I mean? Whatever, dude. That's fine. Yep. His transference. Why was his like angelic?
Oh, like the light?
Yeah.
They did discuss this on the special features. Fuck, what did he say? He said that he wanted the bad alien to be a little bit more of a slimy,
gross and shit,
aesthetic to suit his nature. Where they thought that the light. The other thing was he believes. Jack Shoulder believes that like aliens are like many different forms. If you know, what I mean.
Absolutely,
so,
for sure.
So the light that travels from the mouth of Gallagher into the other cop was just an actual, just like the shining light of like enjoyment or whatever it is, or something. There was some shit that was they didn't really go too much into it, and there's no really big like, wow, that's an awesome idea. They just sort of went, we only wanted to do it once and show it once, because if we kept doing it from this body hopping around, it wouldn't be effective in the end as much as the first and only time we see it.
And it definitely changes the scene's mood if all of a sudden you're going with this like sad moment of like him passing away, and like he's gonna.
So imagine seeing in like that sad moment, you just all of a sudden.
Yeah, then you see this. It'd be definitely like, I guess it wasn't until that moment that I realized that they were totally different species of aliens.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, assumed that he was one of the same ones because they were able to do the same thing. You know what I mean? And he acted kind of the same way. He stole the Porsche because he said he liked, you know what I mean? Like there's just certain things. So, but then again, I guess if you think about it, and he said this one or this enemy here killed its wife and daughter. That means that this enemy hopped into whatever his ethereal kind of creature is somehow. And So does that mean like there's just multiple aliens out there that can just hot bodies and we just haven't figured this shit out yet? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Probably.
Well, Jason has, but we don't get to that till 93. So.
Yeah, but remember, that's not an alien. That's a demon. A little different.
True.
Big difference.
Is there anything else you boys want to discuss in this? Like, is there anything mainstay? Like,
No,
I think.
I think we've covered it pretty well. Like we've already just said, it's this 80s exploitative film that I personally think try to be grounded with the majority of the kill scenes and everything else. Like they really try to add this element of realism to this. I think it's a smart. Like, actually, sorry, I want to bring this up. I think the dialogue when we get first introduced to Gallagher and just leading up to the final end of the movie, the dialogue is pretty clever. It's very smart, quick-witted to an extent. Is like there's little things they throw in there throughout the blocking where you go,
and that's when you start to realize who this character truly is. And it's nice because at the beginning, they really play you for your loop and like they don't give you any kind of information. So you're just like, yeah, this is an FBI agent, little quirky, but you know what? Sometimes they fucking are.
Yep.
And
you're like, what? There's 1 minute. Like,
where was it? It was probably, was it the scene with the daughter that was probably the best giveaway with it?
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm trying to remember.
No, you're definitely right. The quirkiness was there leading up to that moment because me and you had this discussion last night where it's in that scene. He's just staring at the daughter, and then all of a sudden
you can see him tearing up. You know what I mean?
He was crying. Yeah, and then you're like, oh shit, something traumatic's obviously happened to him, and then he explains to that dickhead cop, his partner, was like, oh yeah, so like, what's your deal? And he's like, oh well, my wife and daughter had been killed by this guy. So in that moment, like I really like how you really felt for this alien species more so than the dickhead cop as well.
Oh yeah.
And then that twist at the end, you're like, oh my God, like it's so good that he was able to find. I mean, it's weird, but it's so good in the end that he's able to actually appreciate.
It's sad, but it's also like it's also a good wrap up because you're just like, okay, well, as sad as it is, like this girl's still going to have a father, and this guy gets to have a daughter again, and hopefully he's right with the world.
Do you think that she was able to see that that's not her dad? Yeah,
100%, because he already called it and he said she's a special one because she knew something was weird with him in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And she never that's why she didn't really say goodnight right away. And I think she still knew I think she still knew about the dad, but I think it was more of like her kind of just she knew, but it's something that she could accept maybe, or it was just like, this is what
I just thought of something fucked up. Like imagine that if that alien had a body jumped into like a past lover of hers and knocked her up, and then it's actually the cop's stepdaughter, and then it's actually the alien's real daughter, and he's able to see that it's actually his daughter, and there's something special about her. She's like half alien, half fucking human.
Something really you weird. Think if he now this is getting super fucking like what if, but like if he was taking over a host and he did have sex and impregnated her, would that DNA, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know if he's like DNA level deep or if he's literally just puppeteering these people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like,
he might have a little stem that goes down there to you know, to raise the bar, let's just say, and
that's one
and impregnate him that way. That'd be pretty fucking. I don't know. I think we might find out in the sequel here, to be honest, because there's
because you know what,
these aliens.
I mean, The Hidden 2 came out in 1993, and 90 horror it's something
way out there.
Yeah, so it could be, man. Maybe they were just like, yo, fuck this, we're going schlocky as fuck. So yeah, no, his progress as a character throughout the movie is great because, like I said, man, the first like quarter of it, you definitely like you think the dude's weird, but you don't necessarily think he's an alien at that point.
You just think it's an FBI agent going like whatever.
Well, you just are like, yo, man, this is some Mulder type dude because he's just chasing fucking aliens, so he's just naturally kind of weird because, you know, if that's his fucking part of the bureau. okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the little hints along the road that we get are very nice to suss that character out.
Absolutely.
I think other than that, man, if you guys haven't seen it at this point, go see it. I know we jump around a lot. That's the show.
Listen, there are no spoilers here. It's 1987. We're past that point.
For real.
Yeah.
And it's funny to watch this right after watching Jason Goes to Hell and never having watched this.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, wow, man. Like, I'm not going to say I don't believe Adam that he's never seen it, but it's almost insane to think that he hasn't seen it with this existing out there. But hey, man, you know, and the fact that The Hidden 2 came out the same year as Jason Goes to Hell.
By the same company.
Is it really?
New Line Cinema.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, wait a minute.
That's even funnier, actually.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Honestly, man, like I could see this. You could do this with a double feature of Jason Goes to Hell, man. I would do this first.
That'd be cool.
I would do this
for
first
sure.
because just the tones of the movies. You know what I mean? Like, you want to end it with the dirtier, darker, grittier one. Where this is just that lighthearted, like not as much as Dead Heat per se, but you know what I mean? Almost kind of in the veins. We still got a buddy cop movie.
Oh fuck
Oh, yeah, we did a little bit.
It's a bit of a twist on it too.
Yeah. It made me very nostalgic for the 80s too, man. Because just being in that record shop, I'm like, oh, man, dude, I love it. The motherfucker was stealing cassette tapes, man.
Yeah. He was just like,
fucking what a time, bro. What a time. All right. Well, I think we've rambled on enough about this bullshit. Bob, what do you got for behind the scenes, homie?
I got quite a few things. Not a shit ton, but we got quite a few things here.
Give us what you got.
So, of all of his films, director Jack Shoulder says this is his favorite that he's directed.
All right.
Claudia Christian, the stripper, likes
he likes this more than Nightmare 2?
Yes.
Really?
He said it's his favorite. It's his favorite.
You can definitely tell it's definitely his best work out of his whole filmography.
I mean, I like Nightmare 2. It's definitely not my favorite Nightmare, but it's
Nightmare 2 is great.
It is good. Is it still considered the gayest horror movie out there? Or is it really?
I mean,
I can see maybe 80s, but I can't imagine nowadays.
Nah, you go back and watch it now, you're just like, oh.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Best looking Freddy, too. Just my opinion, anyway. Best looking design of the Freddy.
I agree. I agree with that 100%.
I mean, I know I sound like the cheeseball, man, but part 3 is always like my fave, hands down. But
yeah, no, part 3 is fucking fantastic.
I was actually thinking about doing a Freddy marathon. It's been a minute, dude. I was looking at it the other day.
So fucking good.
All right. Sorry, Bob. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, bud. What else we got, homie?
So Claudia Christian likes to tell 2 stories about her experience in this film. First is the design of her wardrobe. The producers found her breasts visually inadequate. And so they designed her costumes to emphasize her buttocks instead. It was a nice hot. Second is her eye injury. The material exploding from a prop gun scratched her cornea painfully. Because of this, whenever she shot prop gun on Babylon 5, 1993, she would instinctively turn her face away when pulling the trigger, even though this was unnecessary because the prop guns on that film did not really fire as it was all visual effects added in later.
Wait, what was she on?
Babylon 5.
Yeah, isn't it like almost Star Trek, just like laser shit, like pew 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 pew?
From what I've heard, yeah.
You know what I noticed is we don't have our normal guys in here, man. That we
I was just looking at that then. I was like,
I was saying,
that's why I did a test from YouTube just to make sure. I was like, are we fucking still alive, dude? Like, I don't think we've gotten booted from anything. So I just wanted to make sure. Maybe it's just a quiet night and everybody's doing some shit. That's
maybe
fine.
No one's seen The Hidden like Adam.
What's that?
Maybe no one has seen The Hidden.
Maybe. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I thought Gene said he's
seen.
Watched it, dude. I thought he was saying last week he watched it. That's why I'm just surprised. Like, Gene's not in here and fucking Rich and what? That's all good. Show must go on. So
Absolutely.
All right, we got quite a bit, so let's get it through. Michael Nior, however you pronounce his name, turned down the role of Martin Riggs in Lethal Weapon in 1987, which was made the same year as this film, set in Los Angeles. It was also a buddy cop film like this. The role went to Mel Gibson.
Yeah, my boy. Mad Mel.
nice.
So for this one, for the Twin Peaks people,
AJ?
Kyle MacLachlan and Chris Mulkey later started in Twin Peaks, 1990.
Hell
Which
yeah.
one was Chris? He
Wait,
was Jack DeVries, righto, yep.
Oh, the first host there.
Yeah, yep.
All right. What else we got, Bob?
All right, 3 years after Kyle MacLachlan started, originated his signature role as another youthful FBI agent, Dale Cooper, on Twin Peaks 1990. He later reprised his film role in Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me 1992 and the sequel series in 2017.
Nice.
Okay, I like this one. Mel Gibson, Harrison Ford, Kurt Russell, Christopher Lambert, Michael Keaton, Richard Dreyfuss, Ron Perlman, Michael Biehn, Dennis Quaid, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone, just to name a few off of this list, were all considered to play Tom Beck.
Damn.
Jesus Christmas.
There's a lot more people here, but I just kind of wanted to pick them out because it's a lot of names like Tommy
That's
Lee
a hell of a
Jones,
list, dude.
Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Busey, Jeff Bridges, like
Oh, Gary Busey in this film. Fuck.
Dennis
Imagine
Quaid.
that.
Like, there's a lot.
Dude, they just went
Oh.
down like the list of like every big 80s name, essentially.
Pretty much.
Oh, dude. Imagine if Gary Busey was in this fucking film.
As what character again?
As Tom Beck, the cop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have had him as the bad guy.
Oh, Busey? Busey I would have had as the heart attack victim from the hospital. That
God,
that
yes.
version of the bag. Or maybe the police chief.
Yeah. Ooh, that would have been even better.
Busey as the police chief? All right.
Busey.
Well, what could have been?
Okay. A little somber one here, but I like to point it out because he was in this. Cast members Clue, Gallagher, and Ted White both passed away in 2022.
Yeah.
And
Good old Ted White.
Ted White was 57, I think, by the time this movie came around. And I don't know about you guys, but I saw that man in the one scene hauling ass, and I'm like, at 57, that motherfucker's moving.
Well, I didn't realize he was
that
in
made
this
me
film
scared.
until last night, and I sent it to John. I was like, there's fucking Jason Partful. I forgot his name. It was Ted White. But yeah, so many cameos in this fucking movie.
And that was the weird part is, and I'm sad to admit that I didn't recognize him right away until Brodie sent me that. And I was like, I was staring really hard at that dude during that scene, but I couldn't figure out why I was so focused on him. And that'd be why. Because I'm like, oh, I did recognize him.
Okay, so here is how they did certain things. The transfer of the alien from DeVries into Jonathan Miller was accomplished by stop motion photography. During the stops, stagehands would work at stuffing the creature model into the mock head. William Boyett, upon seeing the alien going into his mouth, was so disgusted he refused to watch and actually left the room.
Bitch. I would totally watch that shit, but fuck yeah, dude.
Fucking A.
So the original ending had the alien disguised as the senator getting away.
Interesting. A little Invasion of the Body Snatcher style, huh?
I would have liked to. That would have been interesting, to honestly.
Yeah, because then that would have definitely led to a needed and wanted sequel.
Yeah, I agree.
It's funny because the tagline when it first came out, like a lot of reviewers around America were saying it's basically Invasion of the Body Snatchers meets RoboCop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can kind of see that a little bit.
Yeah.
No shots in the dick, but it is what it is.
It's close though. Oh, here we go. So we were touching on this a little bit, but although Gallagher and his quarry inhabit human bodies, they do seem to have different abilities and limitations. Gallagher is able to spot the other in any body by sight, while his enemy cannot. Also, Gallagher seems to be able to repair damage to his host body, while his enemy's presence uses up his host in a matter of days.
Right.
Does Gallagher repair his body?
He does, because when he gets shot at the end, notice how he limps for like 2 seconds, and then he goes back to regular walking. I mean, you also don't ever see the mark again.
I didn't necessarily take it as the repair of the body. I just took it as they were like they were both Terminator like when the stripper was getting shot. You know what I mean? So like it really didn't affect them.
It's like
true,
a video game.
But when Gallagher gets shot, he reacts like, "Ooh, that does hurt," kind of.
Actually, yes, he does. In that, when they're running away from the police chief, he gets shot in the Achilles, and then he looks down and he's like, "Ooh." Right.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, okay, so he can feel it. The enemy can take more hits, though, I probably would think at that point.
Maybe he just doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like
that too.
Where Gallagher's trying to like he knows he needs this body, so like, he doesn't want to, because he's trying to obviously like play that FBI shticks. You know what I mean? He can't really be like fucking his vessel up versus the other way around.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna give it a couple more here.
Yeah.
Features sound effects from The Thing 1982 were used in some brief scenes when the tentacles are bursting through the arm of one of the alien hosts.
I can see that. It's kind of that little snippet sound, or that little like sound.
It's like cicada.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I like that sound though. All right,
fucking Pumpkinhead, man.
Pumpkinhead.
Yeah. Oh, fucking oath.
All right. The store Brenda, as the alien drove into, was called Neptune Mannequins. She also passes through a door that says Neptune, and finally jumps to her death through a sign that says Neptune.
So we are to take it as these creatures are from Neptune. Maybe.
I don't know, but that's a lot of Neptune now that I'm thinking about it, and that's probably thinking too deep.
Didn't they say that where they were from though? In that
they did say a weird planet, so which is fine. You know what I mean? It doesn't need to be actually something we know.
All right, last one. The plot of this film, the alien criminal and an alien cop living in the bodies of humans on Earth, bears some striking resemblances to Hal Clement's novel Needle, also known as From Outer Space, though the stories are completely different.
Huh. What is it called? It's called Needle?
It's called Needle.
I wonder when. Let's see. Needle.
And that's all I got on behind the scenes.
What would I call that? A novel, I guess?
Yeah.
When did that come out? 1950. Okay, interesting. Cool. Well, thank you very much for that, Bob, and thank you, Chad Daddy, for
you are
throwing those two, Bob. All right, boys. Well, I think we already know the answer to Brodie's question on this, but what format did we watch this on?
Yeah.
On demand.
My motherfucking Blu-ray.
Brodie came in with the physical. I rented this shit off of Amazon. So
nice.
Yeah, it wasn't really anywhere else to watch, unfortunately, but you know what? That's okay. Totally worth it.
Absolutely.
All right. Douche of the film.
The bad alien. I mean,
yeah.
I want to go something a little bit different and say our lead cop at the start of the film. He was just such an arrogant, pompous fuck.
Yeah, but at the same time, the man's trying. But he's trying to also find out how about almost a dozen murders are occurring, and he has no answer.
He feels like
that's a little.
He feels like Danny Glover in fucking Predator too, a little bit. You know what I mean? He's just thrown into this shit where it's like, fuck.
Like that. I think what sold it for me was that dinner table scene where, like, he's like, "What's with all these questions? Are you trying to say that I can't parent? Oh, like, what happened to your fucking family?" And then he like lays a truth bomb on him, and he's like, "Ah, fuck." And he doesn't even say sorry. He just sits there and he's like, fuck, this motherfucker's beating me. I've got to get one up on him next time. I don't know. It's like, fuck.
No, I can see that. I mean, he definitely has a little bit of douchebag attitude. I think personally it's also a little stave-offish just because his superior just threw this guy at him. You know what I mean? So like, obviously he couldn't. He was like he said, he's like, yo, I already got work going on. He's like, yeah, I don't care. I did like the ongoing gag of him dropping the workload on that one dude around the corner.
He's like, you haven't seen my family in months.
Haven't seen my wife in a month. I'll tell her I said hello. I tell you said hello next time.
Then the others start ripping on him. They're like, yeah, she's gotten fat. So
fucking right, dude. Right? I love it, shit, dude. It's fucking hilarious,
dude.
No, he was pretty douchey. He might have been more douchey than he needed to be, but I understand he's probably a little aggravated because of the job.
Yeah.
Obviously our main villain guy, he is the douche, but he's a villain, so yeah, that's kind of easy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other douchebag characters. You don't really get a lot of any other character introductions, so
no, you really don't.
Most people get wasted away if they do, so fair enough. Okay, so favorite kill.
Ooh, goddamn.
I honestly love the car chase scene, so technically that guy's dead, even though he dies when he gets rid of the thing, but just
we talking about right in the beginning?
Yeah.
That was a good chase scene, dude. And that's one thing I was thinking about while watching it is you don't get that a lot of times in movies anymore.
No.
Like that
I would say the first hidden guy, his death.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the police chief when he gets shot in the head. When he comes around the corner, he's like with the bazooka and he's like, bye. And they shoot him in the head and then he blows a hole through.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
I pissed myself fucking laughing.
Oh my God.
But he didn't die. He died later, but that's only because he transferred body because he got away. I'm gonna say I liked the death of, well, I'm assuming that they died. The two guys walking the glass window across the road.
Oh my God, we never even brought that up.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker just gets wasted.
He got fucking nailed.
I'm going to agree with that because A, it was fucking hilarious. And B, that is such an old school studio lot, like stereotype of just two dudes walking a pane of glass. Wide as across a highway by any means.
Park on the other side, you fucking idiot.
Yeah. Dude, like, where the fuck were they even walking this sheet of glass to?
Dude, I do glazing for a living. Well, I did, and there is no way you would park on the opposite side of the road to the window.
It's just heavy as fuck, dude.
It's heavy as fuck.
You want to know why they parked on the other side? Because they said it's fucking Monday morning. I said I really just don't give a fuck.
It's gonna look cool on camera, guys. So
isn't that like on UHF or something like that, where they're just like, all right, it's 8:45, we got to keep going across the lot here. There's like some movie where there's these two dudes doing that, and like that's just their job, just to walk back and forth.
Is it Jay and Silent Bob?
Is it Jay and Silent Bob?
I feel it's Jay and Silent Bob. When they're going,
I know they did it in Wayne's World.
It might be Wayne's World then.
Maybe
Wayne's World 2.
It's a comedy film, I know.
Where's it? Oh, dude, because like I could just see that. I could just remember hearing that scene in my head, but I just can't. Oh my God. Now I'm going to have to look that shit up afterwards. Anyways, fuck that shit. On to this one. Best scene, boys.
The whole opening scene, I think, is just
the shootout at the end.
Ooh.
Wait, which one was that?
When the last cop guy is possessed before the senator.
Oh, true. Yeah, right. So
he looked the scariest, and he took a lot of fucking hits.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the front cover for a reason. He looks intimidating as fuck. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
that's cool. See, it was a toss up between. Oh wait, favorite scene.
Best scene. Yep, best scene.
I mean, either the opening scene for me or the police chief walking through the fucking, the whole precinct shooting up people to the point where he gets shot in the head and blows a hole through the fucking thing.
Fucking A, man.
Bazooka.
I love that he loaded
it was pretty cool.
up, dude. I like that he loaded. No, I just said I like how he loaded up, dude. Like he legit had a bazooka, he had a grenade.
Yeah.
Like why was this shit just chilling in the fucking cop station? I hope was it confiscated?
Yeah, it was in the evidence room.
Confiscated
Oh, okay,
evidence.
And yeah.
Fair
I think
enough.
it even still had the tag on it when he's walking around.
I
the
think it
machine
did,
gun.
dude, for
Yeah.
sure. Actually, we never even talked about the random little like Asian parlor that was a gun front that the dude randomly stopped off at.
Fuck.
Oh,
I
yeah, forgot about that.
Like, what the fuck was
And
that
he
all
took
about?
Nothing.
And where
He
did that
took
come
nothing.
from?
No, he took guns. He had that whole duffel bag of guns.
He
Remember,
did.
that's what the stripper.
Oh,
that's what the
that's
stripper was
right.
shooting him with and shit.
Right.
Were those guns confiscated from that stripper? Are they the same ones he used in the precinct?
I never actually put those two and two together, but it's very fucking possible. That would explain why there's that bazooka and shit all in the fucking police station.
Yeah.
Clearly they were illegal weapons to where he picked them up from. So
That'd be a fucking cool little thing.
oh man, I never even thought about that. But yeah, actually that would be more coercive. Man, best scene, dude. I don't know. It's a tie for me between opening scene and I'm talking like, oh my God, what's up, Chad Daddy? How you doing,
Chad
buddy?
Daddy is
There he is.
For me, it's either opening scene and I'm talking like from the static shot from the bank all the way to the cop shootout, dude. To like, that's the end of that scene.
Yep.
That shit was
100%.
balls to the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Great way to start the movie because now I am like, I'm in it. I'm like, yo, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is badass. He just fucking mowed those dudes down in the bank. I don't know, Chad. I thought the shit was fucking weird, man. Nobody's here tonight. We were just been talking to each other, but that's okay.
Nobody's in.
Except for this
They're all
one
hidden
person that came in. Yeah. Not that you can see that straight from Twitch. So I don't know. It's either a tie between that or it's the scene where they actually do the first transfer because that shit is just fucking. That was ugh. It made me not want to eat ramen noodles, dude, for a little bit, for sure.
Oh fuck yeah!
Even
just the backstory of that cop explaining what he had done. That's a fucking great scene.
Yeah, that was
the doctor's like, no. And what sort of fucking doctor has the audacity to be like, no one deserves to die like this? I mean, he just slaughtered kids, you fucking idiot.
No, but I love when he like literally turns around and he's like, yeah, but he did this, and this. And he's like,
That's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I think I'm still going to go with the opening, man, because that opening just sucked me right the fuck in, bro.
Badass fuck. Heavy metal mania. I love it.
Yep. Worst moment or scene? What one just didn't do it for you? Let's see here.
All right, honestly, the one scene that didn't do it for me was him going, I want that car.
Oh, see, I liked it. That was
I liked it. It was
yeah. The reason why I didn't
it.
like it is just because it's just like, okay, I get it. So why didn't you just do it right then and there? Like,
well, he's in public.
Because he didn't have the key.
It's an alien. Like, he's supposed to care.
But he needed the keys.
Don't want to draw too much attention.
Listen, the guy before him just went and shot up a bank and just did a fucking car chase like it was nobody's business. This guy's like, I want that. I want that. I want that. Fucking take it.
Chad Daddy, I'm sad you didn't get to watch this one because I feel like you would have enjoyed this one for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
got
wrong,
a feeling Chad's seen it before.
Maybe he has. I don't know. Man, worst scene.
I don't know. It's hard as fuck. Yeah, seen it.
I'm trying to think, man, because like I feel like there wasn't really any super lull spots in it for me. You know what I mean?
No,
like it felt
really
short and tight. Like there wasn't any like just drag scenes.
I mean, I guess I could think of one scene that maybe like him sitting in the diner with his heavy metal. Yeah, I don't know. Even that was a great.
Because I feel like that just sets like that was just a good show of the awkwardness of how like this alien
just
has no clear social skills or anything like that. Like does not give a fuck, and everybody else is just super just awkward from it.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is hard. And like I said, it's not even like a perfect movie, but I'm trying to think of any scenes that just didn't seem like It just felt unnecessary, but everything I feel like kind of paid off, man. You know,
that's another thing I love about the opening scene. Sorry, the editing in this movie is fucking on point.
Bro, I forgot. That's what was supposed to be my follow-up for best scene. Is when the police chief gets attacked by his own dog and gets bashed in the refrigerator. Fucking hilarious, dude. Fucking hilarious.
As great as that scene is, that'd be probably my weakest in this film. That's
fine. I just thought it was so stupid. It was fucking hilarious. Maybe it is still the worst scene, but at the same time, I don't know, dude. It's not.
It's a great bad scene for this type of film. Like, it's definitely a little bit out of the ordinary. And yes,
you know what the worst scene is? Strip club, because we needed more titties.
Yeah,
So
that was.
I don't know. I can't pick a worst scene for this one, dude. I really can't think of one. Nothing's coming to mind. Everything gets it just gets like it slows down a little bit, but it needs to naturally slow down so we can kind of catch up with who our characters are. And once we catch up with the characters, dude, we're fucking back up on the cocaine fucking fueled adrenaline shit, man. Like, fuck, man. It even gives perfect lead up to flamethrower usage. You see that shit in the beginning, and you're just like, when's that coming in? Because I know it's coming back some fucking how.
It is.
And when it does, you're just like, is it the flamethrower? It's the fucking flamethrower, yeah! Like,
when I first saw that scene, I thought he was bringing back the bazooka, and I was like, oh, damn, we're not going to get a fucking flamethrower.
I was waiting for that fucking flamethrower.
But then he pulls out the handheld flamethrower, and it's like,
oh, you know what my worst scene was? And it's a bad scene. It was a sad scene when they killed off Danny Trejo for no fucking reason. Just the one quick shot of Danny Trejo getting shot, and then fucking, all right, end scene. Like, fuck, man.
It's just stereotypical of him to end up in a jail cell, straight out of prison, onto a movie, in a jail cell.
Right.
Into a jail scene.
So Chad said, how cool is it that the FX guy worked on Orgasmo? So you know what it is? It's crazy to think that the dude who made this mouth slug also made a sweet cock rocket. But
absolutely.
Cock rocket! Oh, fuck. Dude, I haven't watched Orgasmo in a minute. All right. Where are we at, boys? Oh, opening scene, hooking in. Yeah, I already said yes.
Yes.
That was my best scene.
I wouldn't even argue that.
Most attractive character.
Stripper.
Which stripper?
The lead.
The one who gets
the main one, yeah.
The possessed stripper?
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of like the other one, man. I thought she was kind of cute. But
I just want to quickly say, like, when they have that conversation on the rooftop and her voice starts to slowly deepen.
Yeah.
I thought that was done so fucking well.
We needed a little bit more of that sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And you know what? I'll say our main cop, dude, not the alien one, but our actual like human cop. Pretty handsome dude. He's kind of got some like Jeff Goldblum looking going on.
He's actually a good looking man.
Yeah, right. All right. So, did the score set the mood? Score why? Yeah. I mean, I feel like the metal soundtrack was the score, dude.
Oh,
kinda.
Yeah, there were times. Oh fuck!
I'm trying to remember actual like score pieces, dude, but I can't.
The pieces I kind of do remember, they were definitely, I enjoyed them.
See, in the opening scene, throughout that edit transition, when it cuts back to his car to outside the car, it goes from silence and cop sirens to heavy metal music. So I thought that was done really well. But later on in the film, you do get some moments where if it's a delicate situation, it's like soft soap opera music.
Yeah. Oh.
But in a serious situation, it's like actually decent score. Like,
no, you're right, because especially like when he's explaining his situation with his wife and his kid, or even the scene when he's seeing the daughter for the first time.
Yeah,
she's saying goodnight. There's definitely some like very somber music going on there. So like, and you can see him tearing up. So you're just like, what's going on here? What is, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really know anything at that point. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely say it sets the mood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best song, dude. Whatever that intro one was,
Ferrari, man. Yeah,
I've got it right here for you, gentlemen.
Fucking A, bro. Thank you. That shit was fucking
that's
like
good, man.
Willy, wow, dude. Like instant.
That is speed metal.
It's called "On Your Feet" by Shock Paris.
All right. So Shock Paris.
On your feet.
Now I'm going to listen to that fucking tomorrow.
Dig on your feet.
Shit was awesome, dude. That was such a great intro, bro. Like,
fuck yeah.
Like I said, that intro literally led to an awesome car chase, man. And like, you got to wait 2/3 of a Terminator movie to get to that shit sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It was quicker than Mad Max's intro. Like, holy fuck, it's just straight into it.
Right? It was, dude. Like, once you get to where the shit goes down in that bank camera footage, you're just like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, and I'm just thinking, I actually had a moment where I took myself out for a second and was just thinking, like, yo, man, that's a fantastic take that all those people did for that fucking shot, dude. Like, if you think about just like, yo, we're literally filming this from one angle and it's got to be a camera style looking angle. So sell it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it worked well.
It's like, oh, okay.
Okay. Favorite character?
Between Gallagher and Beck, for me, those two, I like them together, but I like their individual characters too. That's a hard one for me to choose, honestly.
They kind of do work as a better partnership. More, I mean, Gallagher's is weird, quirky stuff, but if it was just him the whole time, he wouldn't be talking to anybody except for a couple people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Is it cheating for me to say any character that the bad alien jumps in? Because
no, because that's his character.
No,
yeah,
because he's just an asshole regardless, right? It doesn't matter like the vessel he's in.
Nah, I like the old guy. Like, I want your car, and then like
that was probably the best.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I am gonna go with that, man. Just because like he's like leaking all over the fucking bar and shit, dude. He's gross at a certain point.
And that guy didn't even question. He's like, "You okay?" He's like, "I'm fine."
He's fucking he's got disgusting bowel sounds going on. He's just shitting his pants everywhere. Like,
stinky boy.
Fucking A, bro. Fucking A. Okay, so was it scary? No.
Nah,
but I don't think tonally this was supposed to be scary. This is supposed to be more sci-fi action.
Yep.
I would go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With some comedy.
Scary moments, but not what.
Yeah, but any sci-fi could have some good scary moments, I feel. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Yes.
Got that subgenre of horror about
exactly. I mean, like, dude, not to all right, like this is kind of thing. I was having a discussion the other day. Is Predator horror?
You could class it as horror to an extent.
Personally, I have never considered it horror in my life, but when I was asked that question, I had to take a step back and truly consider it. And I go, well, under the guise of like, I'm like, that's just the man's dangerous game. Like, you're being hunted. That's been a horror concept and a thriller concept for a long fucking time, right?
Yep.
So like, sure, it could probably be under the vein of horror. I still never get that sense of like, yeah, dude, the boys get, you know what I mean? Our sweaty boys get fucked in that movie for sure.
Yeah.
But you never get the sense of like full final girl with Arnold. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
No. I was always just like, it's action sci-fi.
Yeah. No, for real. But a lot of people consider it horror. And they said they consider it horror because like Prey's considered horror. And I'm like, okay. Prey, I feel is maybe done a little bit more in the vein of horror, but I still consider it hard action sci-fi to me.
I think it just heavily borrows themes and elements from horror films. Like, you have this stalkerish, you know, like the stalker, the serial killer.
Yeah, for sure.
Thing.
I mean, that's what
horror,
Terminator is, right? Terminator we considered horror before, so
exactly. And maybe more so that we actually get to see like these dead corpses fully exposed for what they are, like the violence there. It's pretty brutal. But I'm borrowed elements of that horror genre.
And that's
I wouldn't call it a horror film.
I never have. I'm just like I'm like
I never even called it a sci-fi film. I just went, it's a fucking Arnold film.
I think like
that's the category it's in.
I think like Predator 2 would be more closer to a horror film than Predator 1.
I was about to say that. Yep.
Especially given the fact of like, bro, because like I remember even as a kid, like the scene on the subway used to kind of freak me out a little bit, dude. You know what I mean?
When he's candy.
Yeah, that dude, and icing those people in the fucking that apartment complex, where that one chick's fucking in the window.
Yeah.
Like fucking A. But yeah, thank you for that too, Chad. No, it was just random, like I don't even know how that discussion came up, but it was just like I'm like, man, I love Predator, but I've never personally considered it horror. I'm like, I guess it sits on the veil because it can be mixed with Alien, and obviously Alien, the first one's fucking horror straight up. So
yeah,
I guess we can go there. All right, back to the questions. Let's get close to the end here. Does it hold up today? Honestly, I'm gonna say yeah, dude. For the first time watching it, I really enjoyed it, man. I thought it was a fun.
Yeah, I would definitely say it definitely does.
Yep. It made me a little nostalgic for the '80s for sure, so that's always a good thing too.
Yeah.
All righty, how was the acting, boys?
I thought it was pretty decent. Yep.
I would say it's solid. Everybody did literally. There was no over the top, but it was also you weren't underplaying it either.
Nope. Everybody, yeah.
McLaughlin pulled off this weird aesthetic about his character, and it works well for the film. Creates a mysteriousness about it.
I gotta say, and I apologize to anybody that would take offense to this, but I've never really watched Twin Peaks. I've seen like the first 2 episodes, and but he's got that same kind of aesthetic in that show, if I'm not mistaken, right? Where he's just really fucking weird and quirky, dude.
He is a perfect David Lynch character, and you asked the boss man about this. We've had that many conversations about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I mean, he's in Lynch's Blue Velvet, Twin Peaks, anything Lynch, pretty much, and he's just a perfect. He's a fucking fantastic actor, and he has a massive range. Like he can do anything else, but he knows how to play weird extremely well.
Has he ever acted with oh my god, fucking what's his name from Reanimator?
Jeffrey Combs.
Oh, Jeffrey Combs.
Because those two together would be fucking chomping scenery left and fucking right.
That needs to happen.
That'd be great.
I'm surprised it hasn't, dude. Because like it kind of gives me the same kind of like vibes a little bit. You know what I mean? Like maybe not the extent of particular roles, but I'm just thinking of like Combs in like Frighteners. You know what I mean? He just fucking, weird fucking cop, dude. Just right? Was he an agent in that one? I can't even remember.
You know something? If you have Jeffrey Combs, McLaughlin, and Crispin Glover all in one film,
Jesus Christ, dude, that's a lot.
That's an anxiety attack waiting to happen,
right? For everybody.
We're going to call the movie, and we're going to call the movie Anxiety.
That poor director, fucking hell.
All right, so acting was solid all around. All right, cinematography, boys.
Yeah,
nothing to write home about, but it was.
I like the car chase scene, man. I thought that was filmed fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, the car chase was great.
The words out of my mouth. Yep.
Like you got the great, like perfect bumper shots and the side panel shots, dude. So you could just feel the speed, baby. You know what I mean? Like it just felt good.
Fantastic. Like I said, the editing in this film was fucking awesome.
And once again, not to bring it up, not to keep beating a fucking dead horse, but that transference scene or whatever, dude, like in the hospital. Just the way they cut that and what they showed you and didn't show you, just fucking gross, dude. Like
that to me is the best shot scene.
I would absolutely. Yeah, you definitely know they took their moment for that because that was the money shot for sure. And maybe towards the end too on the stage, like our background when it's lit on fire for sure. Okay. Alrighty, boys. Premise. I'm gonna say yes across the board.
Yeah,
for sure.
Come on, we had a handheld flamethrower.
I mean, even just we're talking about body swapping, dude. If we're going off our premise from last week, then still yes. And was the climax satisfying?
Yes.
You know what? Honestly, for this one, man, we had our nice little shootout with the senator. He got his ass fucking burned. The thing died off, and then even though we had a sad but
my dick character died.
Yeah, sad wrapped up like nice ending, man. Where like everything just kind of like, all right,
it'll be okay.
Yeah, little girl's gonna be good. This new alien dude that's pretty much by himself living his lonesome's gonna be good.
Yep.
And the wife's gonna get touched up a little differently that she's never been before, and wonder why her husband's teaching doing things differently. That's for the sequel, though. All right. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind, but I would still one day would like a remake. I mean, not that's going to happen, but it would be. I think it would be a fun one to do.
I think, yeah, like I rewind for days, but like what Bobby's saying, I think there's so much mythology and potential behind a film like this. You could just map it out into like a mini series, I reckon, or something. Because there's a lot of unanswered questions from the mythology of these aliens. Like, what else can they do? I don't know. There's just, I feel there's so much potential to spawn at least a reboot and maybe a sequel.
Especially if they can like reproduce. Or like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Or like set up the idea to reproduce so that now something like anything like.
Well, if there's these two aliens on Earth, maybe there's like aliens in other countries, like so you could have a different culture, like perspective at looking at this type of thing. Like, I don't know, just something a little bit different instead of just having a buddy cop thing in LA, which I still think is a great fucking premise, but something, so much potential.
I will agree with you boys. I would definitely rewind this. Like I said, for a first time watch, I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I would personally go out and purchase it right away myself. But dude, like if it was on, I'd be like, oh fuck yeah, dude, I watched that for sure.
Yeah.
That being said, if we were going to remake or reboot this bitch, I would make it a hard R.
Oh fuck yeah!
I'd want a little bit more body horror, but like we talked earlier in the thing, Bob, I know you said you wanted the bodies to decompose and shit a little bit. I don't know if I want them to because I feel like it would add more to the detective element because the bodies still seem normal when they get the dead bodies. You know what I mean? Like they're shot up and shit, but there's nothing weird about them.
You know something? Maybe not have them decompose. But definitely have them die in a way of that looks self-inflicted.
That's fine. And then the only other thing I would like, and maybe it doesn't need to be explained. Maybe it's just because it's a weird bit. We never got why he kept doing this thing with with his tongue.
Yeah.
We even got the dog to do it, dude. That's what I was I'm like, yo, we had every character.
What was he doing?
He would every once in a while, like it's almost like he was like a lizard, dude. Like he would stick his tongue out to like get the temperature or something. But he'd always rub his lips with his like tongue, just a little bit like that. Every fucking scene, and it didn't matter who he possessed, he always did it, and even the dog fucking did it. And that's why I was like, oh, dude, that was the tell. And I think that's why what's his name could always like maybe he could sense him in there, but I think that was one of the tells that he could instantly. He's like, oh, dude, it's the lick lip. You know what I mean? Like. But why was he doing that? What was the fucking...
Yeah.
I don't know. Lizard brain, right? All right, boys, let's rate this bitch. Let me pull up my handy-dandy calculator. Chad Daddy does not have a score. What the fuck, Chad? And we have no score from Scoobs because Scoobs couldn't watch it. So, Brodie, this was your pick. Let's start us out, homie.
I'm starting off pretty strong saying a 4.5.
Fuck yeah, bro. All right. Mr. Ramone.
I'm going with a solid 4.
Solid 4. And I'm going to go with Bob also with a solid 4.
Yep.
So that is a 4-point deuce for 1987's The Hidden. So yeah.
Fuck yes.
Brodie, thank you. Thank you for bringing this movie to our attention, homie.
No, thanks for
this was a fun one.
Yeah, I'm glad you boys enjoyed it. Like I said to you last night, there was a small part of me thinking, I know it's not exactly horror, but you can still class it as a horror with its themes. And it was fun to talk to you guys about it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
No, this was definitely this is one where I like. This feels like a good Saturday midday movie to me. You know what I mean? Or it's like kind of a shitty day. You don't really know what You don't really know what you want to watch. You feel like you should be doing something, but you really don't want to. I'm gonna fucking put on The Hidden, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I could put this is a movie where I'd put this on to fold laundry, and then 20 minutes into it, dude, I'm literally just sitting around a pile of clothes watching The fucking Hidden, dude. You know what I mean? That's for 100% this kind of movie.
That's where Jen's coming in like, John.
Yeah.
You fucking
I'm
finished
like,
school.
yo,
Like,
I'm
you're
like,
just
my
gonna-
bad. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like,
And then Jen ends up joining you watching it too. So
that's happened before.
Yeah.
Dude. That happened with Terrifier 2. When I was watching it last
True.
time. Alrighty. So next episode, we are doing, I believe, a Bobby pick. It was yours, right, Bob? Dr. Sleep. We are covering.
Probably. I forget if it was mine or
a
Chad.
sequel to The Shining.
Yeah, I have not seen Dr. Sleep, and I've been waiting fucking 4 years now, apparently, to watch this fucking film. Oh, Chad Daddy picked it. I'm sorry, Chad Daddy. Okay. And Chad should be here next week because I know he didn't really want to miss that one.
Yep.
But you can catch that pretty much anywhere to rent. It doesn't look like it's streaming anywhere. I know it was on Tubi for a hot second, but oh, okay. I'm sorry. Amazon Prime has it for premium subscription. So, and Max. Good to fucking know. Guess I'll be on Max.
I got it on.
Oh, look at that, Chad Daddy.
I got it on
Max, Chad Daddy.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I think it was either me or him, but I think it was Chad.
Okay, dude. I'll definitely check after this episode. Okay, I'm excited about that. Maybe I'll have to watch The Shining just before that, just to get the whole ambiance of it all.
It's a decent watch, I will say. And Mike Flanagan, I'm biased with Mike Flanagan. I think anything he does, he turns shit to gold. Like, he's so fucking good as a director. Like, but for him to actually follow up with this and get Stephen King's blessing, because you know how much Stephen King didn't like the first film and all that shit. So you just talk more about it next week.
But he also did say, I'm going to say this though, he did say, I did like that they still put that film in this movie. He did say that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can't not, like, really, if you're making a sequel to The fucking Shining.
So, yeah.
True.
Alrighty. So, boys, I don't have a lot for nerd news, but I do have some MK1 nerd news, even though it just comes out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's seen what's all dropped before. We've gotten all the DLC, blah, 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 blah. Chad Daddy wants to know if we're doing theatrical or extended. I don't know what's on Max, buddy, but I think we'll keep together the chat and we'll figure it out from there.
I got like one thing, so do yours, I'll do mine.
Yeah, so MK1 had some data mine leak happen today, and it was actually, it pulled out some conversations between said characters, and this is what we got so far. So we have Omni-Man talking to somebody saying, it takes more than a mask and a knife to scare me. The next quote we have is Takeda saying, a mask and a cloak don't scare me. Error, dialogue not found. So we don't have a secondary, we don't have who's talking to this person. And then we have our third quote, which says, dialogue not found. Omni-Man, fuck movies, nothing beats a good book. So the thought process is that Ghostface is coming to Mortal Kombat, which I would say, based off of those lines and the fact that they have been trying to get him in it for a minute, he's coming into it. To which then made me question, well, maybe they'll do a whole nother horror pack because they did a superhero pack for the first DLC, which is obviously Omni-Man, Homelander, and Peacemaker.
Yep.
But there has been other dialogue that has been ripped out, and it looks like maybe Conan the Barbarian will be coming to fucking Mortal Kombat 1.
Jesus Christ.
So I was like, well then, that was a way different flip of who I was thinking or even expecting, I guess, for DLC characters. I gotta say, man, personally, I mean, I already paid for him, so I'm gonna get him regardless. But fuck, man, nice. I don't know if I want Ghostface in my goddamn Mortal Kombat. Fuck out of here. You know what? He's just gonna be the new practice dummy when I do practice mode, dude. That's all it's gonna be. I'm just gonna just
fuck his shit up.
Ghostface, dude, and just bleh. But so the official game actually drops tomorrow, so that shit'll be probably going ham. And I'm assuming if this shit's getting leaked, they'll probably wait at least a good month or so, and then they'll drop a trailer for DLC Pack 2, even though DLC Pack 1's not dropping for like 6 months or whatever the fuck. So, but that's all I got for nerd news, homies. Bob, what'd you have, homie?
As a Goosebumps fan, I'm
Oh, that's right.
The Goosebumps, the new series is streaming on Friday, October 13th. The brand new Goosebumps television series from Disney Plus and Hulu will premiere on October 13th. And now the show's full official trailer has arrived this afternoon. So this was actually written last week, but it's still on here. But the Disney previews in the official press details the new series draws on elements from the 5 of the most popular middle grade books, including Say Cheese and Die, The Haunted Mask, Orgasm, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom, Go Eat Worms, and Night of the Living Dummy. So that's the 5 episodes that it's going to be pulling from.
You're not going to do Murder House? What the fuck? Do Murder House, god damn it.
It's right now. What's at fucking midnight?
It's doing the popular ones to probably see how it does.
Murder House is literally the very first fucking book. You can't do that. That was great.
Yeah, but if you say Goosebumps, one that really comes to mind is like Haunted Mask and Night of the Living Dummy. Like those two alone.
Haunted Mask is 100%, and I will agree with that because it was one of the coolest covers. And in the original Goosebumps series, was actually probably one of the scariest fucking episodes, dude. That shit freaked out a lot of fucking people.
That and the second, the Haunted Mask 2 was also just as scary.
Now, the dummy ones I remember, but I didn't like as much. I liked, it was like Monster Slime or Monster Ooze. Don't play with, you remember
don't play with Monster Blood. Don't play with Monster Blood, I think.
Is it Monster? I gotta look the shit. I just remember it coming down the stairs. I remember the cover, but that one was fucked too. That I don't know. Fuck yeah, man! Old school Goosebumps, dude.
The little poster they have here looks cool. I haven't seen the trailer, so
I'm wondering how hard. Like, obviously, it's still Goosebumps, so they're not gonna go like hard. But I wonder how hard they're really gonna go.
I think they're gonna still give it some edge. I think. Listen, the first series had edge.
No, I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if they're gonna try to but you know what I mean? Like, top it to the point to where it's like, okay, this is a little too much for Goosebumps, or it's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to Teen Wolf it. I don't need them to change it to something completely fucking different.
No, but I hope they don't do that. But we'll find out.
Hey man, fingers crossed, right?
Yeah.
Hey, dude, if anybody's getting horror, doesn't matter what age, I'm all happy for it, dude. That should be the end result for anything, right?
Absolutely.
That's just more family horror for the whole niche. So, alrighty, I think it's time to sign this bitch off. Brodie, thank you for joining us, homie.
Yes, thank you for joining us, bro.
Enough live, so this is good.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah, no, it was like I said, it was good to get back and talk to you guys about this film, this hidden gem. And just want to say, Talk to Me is out streaming at the moment. If you have not seen it, definitely suss it out. The Rucka Boys are fucking awesome. They've created something so fucking unique and special. It's getting mad hype. Yeah, fantastic fucking movie. It's actually great to see Australian horror come to life with a bigger audience around the world now. So definitely suss it out.
I'm just gonna buy it on 4K. Fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, I just wanted to quickly mention I actually bought the Blu-ray release that's coming out, and you get the actual hand with it.
What?
Oh yeah, that's right. They got a special. Yeah.
So Umbrella Entertainment is an Australian brand. They're releasing a big Talk to Me pack, and you can get like the hand, and you can write on it yourself. All this shit.
Fucking A, dude. That's cool.
So I can't wait to get that. But yeah, definitely suss the movie out. I'd actually like to do it as an episode on Gore N More in the future. I think it'd be a fucking really, especially like Scuba being like with all these ghost stuff and that as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It'd be great to see his opinion about the film. So, anywho, that's just my little rant.
Fucking A, man. Yeah. Well, if you want to start us off with our sign out, buddy, we'll sign it out and fucking call it a do.
Too easy. This is your DKB. Signing out all the way from the land down under, and I'll catch you mother lickers next week. Ta-ta, gentlemen.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Monsing. We'll see you next week for Dr. Sleep. See you next week, fucknuts.
And this is your Fluff Master Stream, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining another awesome episode. And remember, next week, Dr. Sleep. Check that shit out. And last thing, but not least, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Alien slug dick.
Cunt.
Penis.